Hi, I'm Russell Beck from the Academy of Modern Canine Behaviour and Training, and we're going to make a series of videos about basic dog training methods. So the first one we're going to do is how to switch your dog onto clicker training, and I just want to show you the items you're going to need for clicker training. You're obviously going to need a clicker first of all. You're going to need a treat pouch. You're going to need some high quality treats. Okay, this is Zuri. She's an 11-month-old Belgian Malinois who I took on 3 months ago. She's a good advertisement for people to research their breed before they take her on. She was in with a family who loved her very much. She wasn't in a bad home. She was in with a family who loved her very much. But she was their very first dog as a family, and she became quite aggressive towards some people and visitors coming to the house, but also they couldn't take her out because she was just going ballistic at all other dogs, consequently getting more frustrated and was in a downward spiral. So I took her on 3 months ago. I've been doing a lot of work with her, a lot of clicker training with her especially, and she's pretty well turned around now to a high extent, and a well stimulated dog. But I'm going to show you with her how I started clicker training and how to switch your dog onto it. So that's the main thing. So with clicker training, a lot of people think that a clicker is a magic thing, that you just go to a pet shop, buy a clicker, and you click the dog and the dog will come running back to you or something. That's not what it's for. A clicker will mark a moment in time, a part of a behaviour or a whole of a behaviour, whichever you're looking for from the dog. But what it will tell the dog at that moment, if you switch the dog onto it properly, is that it got it dead right, what you wanted there, and it can get fed straight away for giving you that behaviour. And then as your training progresses, at the start of clicker training you will be feeding your dog quite a lot, but as your training progresses, the treats are not coming quite so quickly, because you're looking for duration and building up confidence in the dog so that the dog will give you more to get less. But it's all works in a good positive manner. The dog actually enjoys all the work and the training that it's doing. So how I started with her is quite simple. I just had some treats in my hand and the clicker here. Cheat. And all I did was rub my hand that I haven't got any treats in. Wait, rub my hand, showed her it, clicked. So then she got that, and then I'm going to help my hand out. She got clicked with that. This is how I just started. She started to associate very quickly that this click was everything. So she would work very quickly for what I was trying to get. Then that's what I started to build duration, but I wouldn't click straight away. So now she would stay on the hand until she gets the click. At first she would come onto the hand, and come off again expecting the click. Well, it didn't come when I was looking for some duration, so she would go back and hit the hand again, and that's when I would click her. So she gradually learned to give me more and more time on the hand before the click would come. So it's just a case of where I want to go with it, so I can then bring it in to different places. She's now learned that she's got to turn and face the way that my hand is facing. So if she's in front of me and I put my hand here, she's not quite right, so she should right herself. Good. And that's when the click comes. The beauty is all she's focusing on now is me and what she can do to get the treat. Excellent. And then what I would do when she gets really good at it, I would start to throw things in to make her think a bit more, so that she was actually thinking and going through them rather than just going through the motions, which some of them will do. So I will change my clicker hand over and my treat hand. And what I would do is ask her to touch the other one, which is what we're looking for. She's a little bit more experienced on this because I've had her 3 months now. So I don't know that she'll turn. Oh, that was good. Never got her to turn and face the direction in my right hand yet, so that was a first for her. That was very good. Done it once, so I'm expecting her to be able to do it again. I clicked her quickly as she got in that position. Okay, so then we can start to bring in other things with her with the clicker. So we've got her switched on to the clicker now. I'm going to transfer the clicker back because I'm better with the clicker in my right hand. But I'm going to transfer it. We can start to bring in other things like when she offers a behaviour like an SIT there, and I can then click her for that. She should offer me another behaviour. Click that for a walk back. And then as she gets good, I can start to put cues into the positions. Sit. Down. Good. And then when she gets really good, I can then, because she'll start to associate her going into sit. She'll start to associate the position she's going into with the cue. I can then bring the cue word in before the position, so then she knows what I want. So she's going into an SIT, so I'm going to ask her something else. Down. Good. So she's knowing now if I want her to stand. Zuri back. So now we're really starting to move along with training. Don't forget this dog has had 3 months of training. So walk back. Walk. A little bit mistimed there. She actually went to sit as I clicked, but I think I got her just quick enough. Zuri back. Good. Zuri back. Good. I'm going to wait for her to stand on her own. Walk back. Good. So that's how you can start to build clicker training, and it's a good start for you. Always remember, only click when the dog gives you part of or all of what you want, but don't go in when you start asking the dog to do a whole thing before you click. But then what you can do as the dog goes on, you start to string a few things together before you would click. So rather than I want to get more duration from her, so I may ask her to do a hand touch, Zuri. So I'm going to ask her to do a hand touch, and then sit, and then walk away, come back. She's cheating. Good. Zuri, sit. Good. Then come back. Zuri, sit. Good girl, sit. Good. These are all just little things you can do to start your dog off. The click is marking the behaviour. The click is when she gives me something I really want, and then the reward will come. Now the reward will come very quickly at first, and then I will gradually give a little delay from the click to the reward coming, because the click has marked the behaviour. The reward, she now knows the reward is coming anyway, so the click has actually released her from anything she was doing, because it said that's what I wanted at that time. Okay, thank you. Okay, one other another problem Zuri came with was resource guarding. I didn't know this at first. When I went to pick a toy up off the floor, she bit me in the first few days that I had her. So I had to start to overcome that. She's very strong on toys, as much, in fact she probably prefers toys to food. So I have to be desensitizing this, and that I'm in control of the toy. And this is where clicker training in particular, if you've got a dog that's not food motivated, you can use the toy as well. Now with some people don't want to use a clicker with clicker training, that's fine. They want to use a click word or a marker word, which is good. As long as you're consistent with that marker word, you don't really want it to be good, because that should be a building block for the dog and telling it that it's doing really well. So rather than have good, you want a different word. Now with Taz, I say yes, my other dog, yes is his click word, but with Zuri I've changed it because I want to mimic the clicker. So her click word, and you might see her move as soon as I do it, she should do actually, I'm just going to mimic the click. So she's turned around immediately for a treat, even though she didn't move. But I can actually use the mimic of the click rather than the clicker. So if I ask her to, Zuri, if I ask her to hand touch, say, and then I can go, she'll come straight off for her treat, and that's what she's getting for that. So down. So it's just to let you know you can use a click word or a marker word, because if you're out and you haven't got your clicker with you, you need to have something that still marks the behaviour for the dog. It means you've given me that, and that's your treat is coming. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go on with the toy and show you what I'm doing with her with the toy. Now she is still a little bit not wanting to give the toy up, so this is still a work in progress, but she's come on an awful lot, and she's not now resource guarding the toy, even though she doesn't want to give it up. There's no longer any resource guarding there, because she knows it's not in her interest to, because she'll get the toy back if she doesn't do it. So this is what I want to show you now, difference with the toy with her, what I'm doing with the toy. So the toy is here, she will want that desperately, as you can see her looking at it, but I'm going to ask her to do some hand touch heel work first and see how she copes with that before she gets the toy. And I'll use a verbal click this time with her, just to show you that. So here we go, she knows the toy's here. I should be able to, good. See, here's my good, that's not releasing her, that's telling her she's doing well. Good. So if I then click, you'll notice that she'll go to get it. So there she gets her toy. Good, that's brilliant. So we can have a little tuggy game with the toy, and I'll play quite roughly with her with the toy, and then lead. This is where we're having it a little bit. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Good. So here we go again. I'm going to ask her to do something. She's gone straight onto the toy, which I thought she'd do. So the toy is going to be dead now. Now she's working all process. Here we go. Yeah, brilliant. So I gave her a verbal click, and that's what she got. I'm just going to have a little game with her now. Let her have some fun on the toy. Leave. Good. So, you can have her fun on the toy. This is her reward, the same as food. Leave. Brilliant. Here. Good. Brilliant. So I can talk all I want. She shouldn't come off until she hears the click. Good girl. Brilliant. That's good. That's good. It's brilliant. Good. Brilliant. Excellent. So, I'll do. Good. Okay.